EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. It's all about divisional matchups on this final day of the regular season, and we've got a compelling one in store here, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the New England Patriots. Justin Tucker set to boom this one away. And we are underway in Foxborough. On the return, Rondale Moore will bring it out. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5. Now 2nd and 5.
It's a gain of 5.
They're going to look to throw. Open man, there's Darnell Washington. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
On play action, they'll throw. He'll take a shot for the end zone.
Doing nothing today.
And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Andre Yoshibas, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the Patriots need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground. It's Saquon Barkley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. Well, you look at this Patriots defense. They are the 22nd ranked unit against the run in the NFL.
And stopping the run, that's been an issue for them all season long. Aren't you glad that you're not coaching the defense right now?
I'm very glad. They said that they've seen it in doses, but very, very small doses.
Yeah, you've got to be consistent. It's down in and down out, being able to play it, understand what you have to get done, and finally stop some people, put them on the ground.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
That was the first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And the Patriots take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot. And that's caught inside the 30. And all the way in. Touchdown, New England. T. Higgins, 62 yards. And the Patriots are able to strike. To their lead. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football, because as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
Well, the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. Throwing is Jackson. And he goes down. It's a Patriots sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
Now after that sack, it's 3rd and long for Jackson and the Ravens. And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking for Johnson, and it's intercepted. Greedy Williams picks it off. And nearly a touchdown as they finally stop him down at about the 3-yard line.
Intercepted. Sets up a first down and goal at the 3-yard line.
Suddenly, it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. And he'll spot Higgins open left side. They'll go again from the 3 here on 2nd and goal. Well, looks like they'll move things around here.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 70 Rangers, 70 Rangers. Let's go, man.
2nd and 3. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Andre Yoshibas with his 19th touchdown, his second of the game. And the Pats have moved out in front by 3 touchdowns. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Patriot defense has a touchdown. Charles, it is pretty rare that we see a team build this kind of lead in the opening quarter. And, man, they seem to be clicking on all 3 phases right there. The defense doing its part with a pick 6.
And it's absolutely been the definition of a start that you would pick for yourself and for your team, right? And I have a feeling that they just want to stay in this zone. What's truly incredible about this start is they can add on a couple more scores. This one could legitimately be over in the second quarter.
So this not what we expected. 28-0 here in the first as another kickoff is away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They're still in search of an initial first down as they come up here 1st and 10. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 33 and a first.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They keep it with Barkley on first down. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Well, you look at this Patriots defense, and they've been pretty much a mess against the pass, number 31 in the league.
Defending the pass has not been one of their strong suits throughout the season, but if they have any hopes of making waves in January, they've got to improve in this area.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. They wind up losing a couple there, so they go behind the original line of scrimmage, and now 3rd and 11 coming up. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Tough spot here, 3rd down and 11. Here's Jackson to throw. That is caught. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Now Jackson. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. Not sure what happened out there, but it looked like the timing was a little off on that throw.
Well, you know I'm a defender, so what am I going to say?
Great defense.
And darn right, they did something to disrupt that timing.
Now it's 2nd and 10. Here's Jackson. Flushed out right. That is caught inside the 5. And the Ravens are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
That's a big league job there of getting out of the pocket, not panicking, and just buying himself some time. Then he made a good, accurate throw to set up 1st and goal.
To throw again is Jackson. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the 1st quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Line of scrimmage, again, the 4-yard line, 2nd and goal. Jackson's going to keep it. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, a 4-yard touchdown scamper. And the Ravens are able to make some inroads here to that deficit. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll try and throw for it. And he'll get in. And they're going to draw themselves 2 points closer.
Patriots 28, Ravens 8. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And the decision to come out of the end zone is going to cost him 5 yards as he's taken down right at the 20.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. But Charles, they're really stringing these possessions and scores together early. We're still in the 1st quarter, but if they can score again here, look out.
Yeah, and as you taught me when we're broadcasting games, one word we're supposed to avoid, and that's blowout. But that's exactly what's going on here. Down 3 possessions just the 1st quarter. That goes beyond any worst-case scenario we might have thought coming into this game. And another touchdown.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. They'll drop to throw. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be taken down with the 1st down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. They'll set up a throw. He's going to take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A great play there. 27 yards. And the Patriots are able to add on to their 1st half lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this 1st half. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. A strong showing their last time out. They scored the touchdown, but Charles, they look up and they're still down double digits, so you feel like just to keep pace, this drive probably needs to end in the end zone as well.
Yeah, and I think the best move for them is to not worry about how far they are down on the scoreboard, but to just remember the last drive and how it ended. Go ahead and try and repeat that. Then you can look at the scoreboard and see where this game is.
Jackson going to change things up a bit. To throw is Jackson. Looking to throw on second down. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
The offense on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Now it's Jackson. Looking deep here for Mooney. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
2 things you can do in that situation. Run and punt the football or try and take your shot at getting the first down. They chose the latter, but they'll have to punt all the same.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Returning it is Moore. Nifty move. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
So in Raven territory now, here's a 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Moving man is Higgins. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. 2nd down and a yard. They'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down. They tried to throw on 2nd down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, they're going to run for it here. And he's going to have a first down here as he gets this one to the 17-yard line. Well, they gave themselves options there on the 3rd down play, and were able to convert on that RPO.
Shows a lot of trust with the guy taking the snap, doesn't it? Because you're counting on him to make the right reads and give the ball where it's supposed to go. And he did on that play.
Throw left side, taken in by Washington. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
So just 3 yards on the completion there, and it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard. Back to throw here. He's going to get that to his running back out of the backfield. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
The offense here not budging. They're going to fight for it on 4th and inches. They'll look to throw again. He's got his target. That's complete. And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. They get 6 yards going for it on 4th, and now it's 1st and goal. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And this is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. A great effort there with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Patriots extend their lead yet again. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the route is on here in this first half.
Ravens 8. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
2 yards on the pickup.
On 2nd down, Jackson.
At the 43-yard line.
That's going to be caught downfield by Mooney. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Darnell Mooney, 57 yards. And the Ravens get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Jackson and the Ravens still on the field. They'll go for 2. They'll look to throw. And unable to connect. They don't get the 2-point conversion here. Well, split the difference, and they're right where they would have been with 2 PATs. They got the 2-point conversion the first time. They failed there.
Interesting, isn't it? Because the first time you go after your first score, that feels like a gamble. The second time when they tried it again, that felt like, what the heck, right? Because, as you said, even if you miss it, you split the difference, and you're right on schedule at 14 points.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And with a huge lead already, they may be thinking, hey, our job's complete for these first 2 quarters. Let's get this to the locker room. Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
Good defensive call right there because they had someone shadowing him along his entire route. And he was right there ready to provide a hit that prevents him from making another catch to his big start.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Shakes off the sack. He's going to fire one deep left sideline. And this is caught on the sideline. And he gets out of bounds as well. How about that? Again, I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half.
Go! Top 60, top 60. Let's go now. Big spot zero, big spot zero. In the mirrors back and go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. He's going to go up top again. That's to the sideline, and it's intercepted. And the Ravens are going to take possession here at their own 3-yard line. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And only 6 seconds on the clock, so time likely for just one play. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. And he will be brought down on what will be the final play of this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. The Ravens set to receive the football, trailing here as we resume action in the third quarter. And here comes a return from the middle of the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession...
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. And he returns it into enemy territory down to the 45-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. On play action, they'll throw. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
Moore, the man in motion. On third down, he'll drop to throw.
Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Roquan Smith. And the Ravens will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
They'll start in excellent field position following the INT.
Escaping the pressure right. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there. It's second down. And they're going to speed things up here.
A 3-yard pickup brings up second and 7.
Now Jackson going to shift him around.
Now Jackson to throw on second down.
That's caught. It's Flowers.
And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. So into Pat's territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line. Now it's Jackson. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown.
Devin Duvernay.
26 yards.
And the Ravens take the forced turnover on defense and convert it into 6 points.
Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2, they don't get it. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
On the return, the Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 16-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
The big play has them all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. This pass complete to Higgins. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
16 more on that one and another first down.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 36. They'll look to throw here.
This one complete to Yoshivas.
And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Again, he'll drop to throw. Able to get away. Flush to his right. Feeling the pressure here and taken down. A sack back at the 7.
David Ajabo.
He's the culprit, dropping him for a 2-yard loss.
On any 1st and goal, the real estate to work with for the offense is really cut down, and the defense knows it. So they often bring heat and pressure, which they did on this play. Got him down for a loss. Not a big one, but any loss of yardage in this position is tough for an offense.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Eluding the pressure right. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's third and goal.
He'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown.
Andre Yoshivas
With touchdown number 20 on the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
Ravens 20. Evan McPherson set to kick off.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. They'll elect to bring it out here from the end zone. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
A first down carry for Barkley. And the big boys up front, they're going to stop him right at the line. On the stop was Aaron Donald.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
On second down, here's Jackson. Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
On third down, Jackson. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. And not a blitz there, but still able to get there from a strong safety position.
Yeah, I think that was a great example of what they call football IQ. Recognizing he was open, had a chance, and went ahead and got to the quarterback.
They're going on fourth down. It's Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Now he's hit on the return. It's a loose football.
Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Intercepted by the Ravens.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. After the interception, here's Jackson.
Quick completion here to Johnson.
And down inside the 15 he goes. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains.
Here's a first and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Jackson. To the goal line, but it's incomplete.
But we've talked about it, CD, but it bears repeating. They are struggling to throw the football. All the interceptions and more incompletions. It just doesn't look like things are in sync out there.
I would agree with that, and it's not a good day when you feel like an incomplete pass is almost a win for you because it wasn't intercepted. And I think the receivers now, when they're running their routes, they want to catch the ball, but they also want to make sure that the defenders don't take it away.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Ravens on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Jackson. Dancing to his left. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration of body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Here we go. It's Jackson on 4th down. And now here is another interception. Greedy Williams picks it off. And the Pats are going to get the ball back on the turnover as they hold on 4th down. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. They'll try and start this drive in the air. He finds his man, complete. It's McGee. And they work this out past the 25. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
Tell you what, partner, the way he's been slinging it in this one, I think he should be ticketed for a baseball cap and a set of headphones for the next drive. He's been absolutely sensational. But one thing we both learned about...
He's got a man, complete. Now he's into the clear again. Touchdown. Andre Yoshibas, 74 yards. And the Patriots extend this 4th quarter lead, and they are getting closer and closer to win number 11. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone and tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
This one goes out wide for Barkley. And this will not get close to the 1st down marker as he's brought down at the 26. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a 4th down.
We can make this one pretty simple. Locked up all of his progressions downfield, forced to get it to his running back. But how about the way they ran to the football and knocked him down to force a 4th down?
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter, let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Now Jackson on 1st down. And my goodness, another interception. And the Patriots will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. New England with a first down as they begin the drive.
You just kind of feel for the defense right now, this deficit. They have not been able to stop them the entire game, Charles. And some hands on hips, some long faces out there on the defensive side. They're like, oh, my gosh, we got to face these guys again here.
Yeah, people don't understand how hard it is when you're on the side that's being dominated to keep your head up and continue to play hard. And that's what they're going through right now, trying to find that pride inside of them that allow them to continue to fight, even though they are down huge in this game.
There he goes, left side. And he is finally brought down at the Ravens 22. It's a gain of 35. Hate to be blunt, but it is just continuing to prove to be the case that this O-line is manhandling this D-line right now.
They deserve to roll up their sleeves and show up their biceps because they're doing exactly what you just described, manhandling the defensive front. They've got the leverage, they are powering through, and they're controlling this game.
2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Tracking 60.
He'll look to throw. Flushed out right. He finds his man complete. That's McGee. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10.
Okay, so he stepped foot out of bounds. Charles came back in first to touch it, and they got him for illegal touching.
Yeah, and you know it doesn't matter either, Brandon. Catch it, don't catch it. If you're the first to touch it, that's going to draw a flag.
So now 3rd and 10. A big play to start the drive, but nothing since. They'll set up a throw.
That is caught. Touchdown, Patriots. Andre Yoshibas
With career touchdown number 60.
And the Patriots continue to pour it on here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead.
Ravens 20.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive.
Well, we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They'll give it to Barkley off the option play.
So that one will get them halfway to the first down marker. 7 yards makes it 3rd and 7 now.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there. I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 4th down situation with things not looking particularly rosy. So it looks like the offense isn't going anywhere. They're going to go for it on 4th and 7. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. Escaping the pressure right.
That's to the sideline and pulled in.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now they got to get to the line quickly. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
Throwing is Jackson.
There's a short one to the tight end, Johnson.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo.
First down, Ravens.
Now Lamar changing the look.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Taken down for the 5th time this game. Multiple defenders there to get him.
Well, this has been a good march down the field, but now they're stuck looking at a 2nd and 14. Here's Jackson. And pressure coming, and they got him once again.
John Franklin Myers able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go at each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So for the Patriots,
they conclude the regular season with a final record of 11-6.
And now they'll await the final seeding for the playoffs ahead. Meanwhile, for the Ravens,
they'll finish a less than stellar campaign.